Hello, hello. I'll be there in just a moment. Hey everybody, just sharing this to a couple of places and I'll be right with you. I'm so excited to show you what I've got going on tonight. Almost done. One more. Okay, well hello everybody. Hey there, how are you doing tonight? Let me just get a couple things straight on my screen here, get rid of that. And let's see if I can grab your comments up here tonight too. Hello there, if you're joining me, please say hello. It takes me just a couple of minutes to get things in order. Hi Leslie, good to see you. So tonight I have a really fun project to show you guys. I've been thinking about this. I've had it in my head for a little while. Hi, Becky. And it's about time I get to play with it. So if we haven't met before, you may be watching this on replay. I'm Susan Tapley, and I am an executive couturier designer with Chalk Couture. Executive couturier, what the heck does that mean? That means I help other people start businesses like I did so they can grow their own incomes or teach other people how to do Chalk Couture projects. Love teaching people how to be craft instructors. You can be a personal use designer. The choice is really up to you, but it's turned into a great business for me, and if I can share any information about that, please let me know. I'd be happy to. So, ready to get started? Be sure to hit that SHARE button for me while I'm live if you can, and even if you're not, if you're watching this on replay, you can share it that way as well. I am unapologetically always running into mishaps on my lives, so bear with me. I am raw and unedited, and that's the way I like it, so I hope you do too. So I'm going to pull up my other camera so that you can see what I'm doing in front of me, and we have a really fun project to do. So let me just get my cameras rolling, and I'm going to see if I can. Somebody tipped me off that they couldn't see me very well last time I was live because I had my picture-in-picture in the wrong spot. So let's see if I can do it right this time. How's that look? Usually it's up on the other side of my screen, but I guess there are other things there too that I can't see on my end, but maybe you can. But that is seems to be a better way. So we'll try it that way. Just need to smooch over a little bit. So, okay. So this is I can't say it, tobacco basket. I keep wanting to say Tabasco, and I know it's a tobacco basket. My mom and my grandmother, as a matter of fact, used to pick tobacco on tobacco farms in Western Mass every summer, and I have vivid memories of waiting for my grandmother to get off a bus after she'd been picking all day. And you know, I don't know if they use baskets like this or not, but I think they're really cool. They're pretty plain just like they are, so sometimes it's hard to figure out what to do with things. So we're going to make this super cute in just a little while. So we're going to be working with a couple of Chalk Couture transfers that I have with me, and I'll show you what those are. Let me put this to the side for now. The first one is a new one. They're actually both new transfers. This one's called Simple Frames, and this is what you would use. Pardon the glare, you won't see that as much when I take the cover off. This is what you can use to fill up a large area with a small design. Does that make sense? So this is a cut apart transfer. You'll see that there are straight lines that go all around on this. So we've got 4 different frames that we can make. The other transfer that we're going to be using is called Flip Flop Flowers. This is so stinking cute. We've got up top, we have the top one says it's flip flop season. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I'm so over this winter and spring is finally here, right? The Earth Laughs in Flowers. This one is gorgeous. I can't wait to use this for some spring designs. But I can also imagine this in fall colors. How pretty would that be? Okay, and this one says, when in doubt, vacation. And the last one says, come on, spring, do your thing. And that's the one we're going to be using tonight. So I'm going to take these both out of the packages. And when I'm doing a demonstration like this, I always kind of talk you through step by step on what I'm doing and why. So some of you may have heard this 100 times before. Actually, maybe about 169, because I've been plugging my YouTube channel full of my videos. So if you get a chance, look me up on YouTube. It's under Susan Tapply, Tapply, and I just popped in. There's close to 170 demos in there. Some of them are from my very, very early days when I was just learning how to use Chalk Couture, so those are pretty funny. Don't laugh. So I'm going to cut this one apart first. And actually, I'm going to cut them both apart and get the extras that we're not using tonight out of the way. But you guys know that I'm going to be using these too eventually. Patience, patience. So what's everybody been doing today? Becky, I bet you were hard at work today. I hope you're near a window that you could crack open because it was beautiful. Leslie, you were probably home with the little, so imagine you got outside for a while today too. All right, I just dump things on the table across from me when I'm done with them. So I think I'm going to use, I kind of like the playfulness of the polka dot. So we're going to use the polka dot part of this one tonight. So guess what kind of surface we're going to be putting these on? You can probably imagine. If you know the product line anyway. Okay, so those we're going to save for next time. The surface that I'm going to be using is called a Simple Shapes Rectangle. Now these are double-sided wood pieces. They come with 2 in a package, so you really have 4 opportunities to use it because you can design on both sides. I'm going to pull you in a little closer so you can see what I'm doing here a little better. Oh yes, no window. Ooh, that's not good. I don't think I could do that. That's like being in a casino all day, isn't it? Can't see outside, so you don't even know what time it is. Yeah, I love that I can work from home. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this is a brand new transfer. Before I even do anything on this, I'm going to lightly sand my surface, and I'm also going to wax it. Sometimes when you're using wood surfaces, I don't know what it is, but lately especially I've been having an issue where if I don't sand it, and this is just a simple sanding block, you can get them at any hardware store. Give it a light sanding. I'm not trying to sand the paint off at all. I'm going to do it on both sides in case I forget next time. Hi, Miss Cindy. Oh my gosh, thank you for sharing your project today. That was so stinking cute. She did such a good job. She made the blocks that we did with the St. Patrick's Day design. Can you see that behind me back there? Right there? She did the other side of it with Easter, and it came out really, really, really cute. I love seeing that stuff. Keep those projects coming. Okay, I'm just wiping the dust off. There wasn't very much. Eventually. All right, Becky, I'm holding you to that. So that's been lightly sanded, and I'm going to use surface wax on the top. This is something that I sell in my shop. It is a nice, cute little compact jar of chalk paste. I'm going to show you the one that I used to use. This is Johnson's Paste Wax. There you can see the size difference. This one is a lot easier to carry around with me or just to keep by my side. One of the biggest differences, there's two big differences. This paste wax works fine. It is slightly tinted, so you will get a little bit of a different look on your surface. The other thing, and the big factor for me, is this is really, really stinky. If you've ever been around this kind of wax, you'll know it's very, very strong on your nose, and it's not pleasant. Some people really seem to get headaches. Becky, are you tracking those transfers? So I'm going to use this chalk paste. You can see it's perfectly white, and it has no smell at all, so it's lovely. And this is a new product. I have never even tried it yet. This is called a wax Applicator. It's at the tip of my tongue. So it is actually the same texture as our board eraser. I think one side of it, like the fuzzy side. So this has two different sizes. There's a terry cloth and then there's the microfiber. This is all kind of microfiber. And what's nice is that when you're done with it, you can pop it in the jar and leave it there, close the cover. So I'm going to use my little new wax applicator. We'll see how it goes. Pull up some of that. And you just kind of want a light coat. You don't want to go crazy and put too much because that might backfire on you. But what this does is it smooths out any little imperfections in the wood, and it also helps your paste adhere better. So it's not a bad idea to do it. I might as well do both sides, right? So wax on, wax off, just kind of rub it on in and buff it. Yeah, you're tracking it, I'll bet you are. Oh my goodness, that's disappointing. Okay. So you can kind of feel it feels a little soft. I'm gonna put a little more on this side here. What the heck? I kind of like this applicator, and I love that I can just stick it back in the can. That feels good. All right, this one needs to feel a little bit nicer now. Let's put it just a little bit more. There's none of it soaked into the pad yet, so that's good. Okay, put that back in. And we are ready to get started. So, as I was saying, the Simple Frames transfer is going to go around the outside edge of this. I absolutely could just use this transfer here and it would look okay, but I think adding those little dots all the way around the edges is going to really finish it nicely. So you can't track it? You should be able to track it. Let's see. All right, I'm going to pull this off of the carrier sheet, and I am going to fuzz it just a little bit. It's pretty sticky, and I want to be sure that, oops, I used the wrong side of my towel here. I want to be sure that it doesn't stick too tightly to the wood. So maybe once on there, that ought to do it. Okay, the trick always for me is centering things, but I try. I do the best I can. So I'm kind of using the edge of the board here and the edge of the transfer as my kind of starting point. And let's move this down. I'm just going to feel when the dots feel like they're equally away from the edges on the sides. That makes sense? Okay. All right. Definitely have to move it north, girls. All right, we've got a little battle of the puppies going on here. Molly's on Willow's bed and she does not like it. Hi, baby. They're so distracting. I'm just going to hold this up to the light and see how it looks. I need to go a little bit south. See how that one looks. A little bit more on this side. Sorry, this takes me a minute to get everything straight. That's pretty good. Now it just has to go a little bit to the other side. Girls! Hey! Oh my goodness. They do this if I go live upstairs too. That's why I started coming down here. Alright guys, hey, that's enough. That's enough. One more time. I'm so sorry. I'm going to blame the girls for distracting me. Somebody's going to their room, huh? Alright, that looks pretty good. Alright, I got that down, and now I'm going to make it nice and smooth. You want to feel for any bumps, bubbles, or folds and make sure that those are gone. I'm not worried about the inside here. We're not going to be chalking in that area, but right in the area where the openings are, just kind of run your hand down on it tightly. All right, I'm gonna have to put somebody upstairs. Bear with me. All right, who's going up? Come here. Say hi to your friend, you naughty girl. Be right back. Off you go. Stay up there for a minute. Sorry about that, guys. Those kids. Okay, so I'm also going to go over it with my rubber squeegee. Also, that is a great tool to take your bubbles out. You can hear them sometimes snap, crackle, and pop when you roll over. You want that nice and tight. Feel a little bump of something right here. It's not in the screen, but close. All right. So the colors that I brought out, and again, I'm going to be using both of these two transfers here. I brought out my Ocean Mist, which is a beautiful, like a soft blue color. I have Berry, Lavender. I have Peony, or Peony, depending on where you live, and a Eucalyptus. So, let's plan a little bit. Well, all those girls, kids always act up when you least expect it, right? So I'm thinking that I want to do the writing in pink and lavender with green leaves. So maybe I'll do it around these sides in blue. I think that'll be cute. All right. You ready? All right, so I'm going to stir this up just a little bit. Looks like I'm down at the bottom of the, not really, but I have quite a bit of paste that's kind of around the edge. So let's just give it a good stir. Sometimes this looks like it's had a little air exposure. What I'm going to do is add just a little tiny bit of distilled water to keep it nice and thin. Not nice and thin, but nice and smooth. So I'll give that a drink of water and stir it up. Give that a good stir. That's pretty good. It smooths out pretty nicely. I'm going to do one more. So I guess today was the first full day of spring. I was so ready for winter to be over this year. Okay, I think it was because I was in Mexico and I got spoiled. Okay, so we're going to go around the edges first. I'm going to be using my mini squeegee just to go around here. There's no reason to paste all over the blue area. Don't need to. Just the area where the white's showing through, because there's a screen that is in that area where the white shows through. And what we're doing is we're pushing this chalk paste through the screen. So as you can see, you don't need to be neat. You don't have to be fussy. Just get it on. And cover up your open areas. You really could be fancy and do these, you know, all different colors if you want to, but I'm going to keep it simple, especially since we're going to be using 4 different colors, so you don't want to get too busy. 4 is pretty busy for me. I'm usually 3. 3 is usually my max. Okay, so I've got all those open areas covered, and I'm going to go back over the transfer and scoop off all the extra. And you slip it right back into the jar, just scrape it on the side. Whoops. We're back onto the transfer if that happens. I told you things happen when I'm live. It is what it is. I am what I am. Nothing fancy going on. But I think this back project is going to be fancy when it's done. Okay, I've got that all scraped. There's a little something under there. I can see it now. What the heck is that? Piece of lint. Okay. All right, we're ready to peel and reveal. Got that. Oops, I got a little smudge where I had that bump. I can fix it though. Lovely. Let's put my transfer to the side. See if I can go in and clean that up a little bit before it dries. You probably can't even see it from where you are. Let me pull that up for you, but there was a piece of lint. Can you see where that is? Right on the bottom. Let me see if I can clean it out a little bit. I could wet this just a little, but trying not to. That's pretty good. Well, there's still a little bit there. Let's finish it. Might as well fix it right. Fix it the right way. Oh, Leslie. How could you laugh at me? That does not want to go away. All right, I'm going to let that dry perfectly and imperfectly. And we will, I'll show you another way that you can fix that when it's dry. Okay. And as always, I have chalk on my fingers. It's going to be my signature, right? Inky fingers, chalky fingers. Leslie, you got my buddy with you tonight? She's got a little grandson. He's the cutest little guy ever. Okay. Now, I'm going to dry this for just a second. It's probably almost dry. And then we'll get started with the top layer. And you're like, what does this have to do with a tobacco basket? Maybe you see. Okay. Oh, now you're giving me love. Okay. So there's our border all the way around the edges, and this really will make a difference when you see how this comes out. So we're going to work on Come On Spring next. And I always tell you guys this, but people they just don't get it till you try it. Some people really struggle trying to get the transfer off of the carrier sheet. And all you really need to do is have it facing you, roll your thumb along the edge, and it comes right off. Easy peasy, right? Easy peasy. I'm wondering where I picked up all that lint from, because there's none on here. Not really. Okay, let's fuzz this. I'm going to fuzz this one especially a bit better because we're chalking on top of an area that already has chalk on it. And if your transfer sticks too tightly to that area, it will pull the chalk up. So you want to be sure that it's not too sticky. Nope, gone home. He's cutie. Okay, that should do it. That ought to do it. Okay, so let me see if I can put this pretty much centered on the board here. I don't know if you noticed, but I did drill a couple holes in it earlier. Does that look pretty centered? I'm happy with that. That was easier than the first one, right? And again, I usually try to start from the middle and work the air bubbles out to the edges. These are sticking pretty nicely. And then go over it with my squeegee. It always amazes me that I don't feel every little bump, but my squeegee picks up on some. Okay, so we're going to use the paste and peel method for this. I'm going to do Come On Spring and pull it, and then we're going to do the next area and pull it, and then we'll do the edges. So I think I'm going to start with the pink, Peony. I always think that I'm saying it wrong now because I have a friend who says Peony. She's from New Jersey, but I always called it Peony. I don't know what the right way is. Tomato, right? So I'm just going to spread this all over. Come On Spring. See if I can do it in a big swipe. Almost. So So I'm going pretty thin with this coat. When you're learning, I always encourage people to put a little bit more than they think they need on, because we always scrape all the excess off like I'm doing right now. Anybody see any flowers coming up in your yard yet? I noticed some of my lilies in the back are starting to sprout. I don't think I have any crocus. Those are usually the first flowers that I see. I don't think I have any. I think the squirrels got them all. So I'm just going to put you guys a little tighter in. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to peel this back. This is what the paste and peel method is. I pasted. Now I'm going to pull this back a little bit to just below where I ended. Just come on, spring. So I'm going to dry this quick. If you're using a heat tool or a dryer like I am, be sure not to heat up your transfer. It'll make it warp and it won't be able to use it. Not a good thing. Okay, it doesn't even have to be completely dry. It can be just kind of dry. Because we're going to lay this back down right where it was before. And don't put any more pressure on it in that area, but smooth down your next section. I got a little bit of water on my squeegee here. I want to make sure this is good and tight right here. And we'll do this part in that pretty lavender color called Berry. Think that's a good choice? So pretty. This is going to be so springy. Okay, let's get some of that paste. And there we go. We're going to do the banner all in the same color too. Alright, covered, and let's scrape it all off now. So when you guys have used your transfers and you're all done with them, you are going to take them to the sink. And with lukewarm water, you're going to wipe it all down. I like to use a board eraser. Do I have one right here? I don't. Oh, I do. These are our board erasers. And they're made for cleaning chalkboards as well as your transfers, so they work great. All right, let's peel this back. I think I'll go from this direction this time. I can grab it. Come on, spring, do your thing. Oh, sorry guys, I'm out of your view again. I don't think I ever get my camera set up the same way twice. It's always because I have different size projects too. Alright, let's get that back down, and we're going to do the greenery here. I'm going to put those little spots right there in pink. What do you think? What do you think? Let's see, do I have a tiny squeegee? I have a couple squeegees in here that are very, very small. I don't know where my multi-tools must be in the sink tonight. So, okay, so I'm going to go in and get some of this eucalyptus. Let me just see if I have some right here. I might already have some open. I do. I was going to open another one, but I don't really need to. This is one of the colors I use all the time, Eucalyptus. It's a really soft kind of grayish green. Really pretty. I like it. Okay, here's those mini squeegees. So I'll see how careful I can be in these areas where the leaves are. These are pretty easy to get to. It's the one in the middle I'm going to try to play with a little bit. Did it. That one. Let's see if I can get a little bit of pink on those other dots. It's a little tight in here. Got it. Okay, let's scrape that one just a smidge. See how that looks. So cute. I love it. And remember, these don't have to be perfectly dry. I just want to just help from smudging sometimes when you put the transfer back down. Okay, now I'll do the other end. You guys, tell me what your favorite medium to chalk on is. Is it chalkboards? Is it wood? Glass? Metal? What do you like to chalk on the most? Or ink. T-shirts are fun. So, speaking of ink and t-shirts, last week we did Wednesday with Willow and made her this cute little St. Patrick's Day dress, which I gotta say, she seems to enjoy wearing them. She wore it, and I posted her picture to a group of other people who have the same kind of Havanese dogs. I posted it in the group, and they were like going wild over her and her cute little dress. It was fun. So I'm going to do another Wednesday with Willow this week, but I will be working Wednesday night, so I will be going live at lunchtime. So be sure to pop in around then if you're available. Leslie, make sure you bring Jaden with you. He got to play with Willow one day. All right, it is done. Let's peel this whole thing off. Oh, she's so cute. Chalkboard's your favorite? I love chalkboards, especially because if you're working with beginners and they make a mistake, it's so easy to fix your mistakes on a chalkboard. Easy peasy. Okay, I'm just going to close up my jars and we are going to get to work on this project. I think you're gonna like it. I'm singing in my life. Sorry. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry. I'm unapologetic about how imperfect I am, and so are my lives. Okay. What do you think? Isn't that cute? I love it. All right. I'm going to dry it for just a minute, and then I'm going to show you a couple things I can do to fix a couple little tiny spots that I see. Not even a big deal. You probably can't see them. And if I was standing 3 feet away, I wouldn't see them either. Are your girls going to be there tomorrow night? They can. Wednesday? I can arrange that. I can arrange that. They'll be fighting over you, Leslie. So I've got a couple spots. That little blue dot that we did right in the beginning. And there's a little spot right there and a little spot right there that just ran a tiny little bit. There's also one on the S. So I'm going to show you how to fix things like that when they happen. Especially on white or black surfaces. We have chalk markers. And the chalk markers are made to match the color of our wood as well as our black chalkboards. So these, when you first get them, I was thinking I had a broken pen, but you just have to really, really work and prime them to get them going. And once they do, let's see if I can pull you in even closer so you can watch me mess it up close up. All you do is kind of tap it along the areas that you want to fix and let it dry, and it works beautifully. If you don't have one of these, you might want to put it on your next order, or let me know. I have some. Okay. Oh, right here. There. Where's the other one I wanted to fix? Right next to the S. Okay, done. Done, done, done. You missed them. Do you miss me? Leslie and I spent so much time together this summer, and then it was like, done. Alright, I'm just going to set this aside now and let it dry. And we're going to start working on that basket. This is going to be so cute. I think. Leslie, you didn't say you missed me. Now I feel bad. I'm just kidding. I know where I stand with you. Alright, so the basket. The basket. I'm going to have to play it way back in here, huh? But I guess that's as close as as far out as it goes. Let me just check this. Okay, that looks like all good as it's going to get, huh? Okay, so I bet you're thinking, well, is she just going to stick this in the basket? I could. It's kind of cute, but we can make it a little bit better, I think. You don't miss me because of COVID? I don't understand. All right, so I'm going to show you how to dress up this basket. Ready? You got to say abracadabra and add a wreath in the middle. Following me so far? I don't know why it looks so dark all of a sudden. What is going on? And then this there. Wow, I don't like the way this looks. You do miss me, I know you do. All right, so I don't know why it's so dark. It must be something going on with my phone up here. Let me just check it. Then I will put you back in. That's so weird. All right, well, we're gonna have to sit in the dark for a little bit longer. That's better, isn't it? Okay, so there's my basket, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wire the sign to the basket, which should hold the wreath in just fine. Now I could go straight on like this, or I could go at an angle. What do you guys think? Straight or angled? Let's see if I can turn this other light on. Hold on. See if that's better. So what do you think, the straight or the angle? Straight. Okay, we're going straight. Becky says straight. All right, so I've got some wire. I don't have too much, but we are going to make this work. I'm going to cut a couple pieces. And like I said, I pre-drilled a couple holes on either side of this. So let's just go in here. I think I have more than I need. And up through the hole. I'm going to try to do it in the back so I can twist the wires all the way back in. A little bit more. Got to remember to keep that in the center. Okay, you guys say straight. I'm going straight. I'm pretty linear like that anyway, so I'm good with this. Just can't twist the wire. There's got to be a trick to this. Okay, I got it. Might need to adjust that a little bit, but so far so good. And that should kind of get tucked behind some of this greenery. Oh, it's unanimous to be straight. I cannot figure out why the screen looks so dark. Everything's charged. Everything should be fine. I'll just pull this one over. I have something else we're going to add to this, of course. Or I'm going to try to anyway. Yeah, that came unwired. For goodness sakes. Let's use the wire cutters to twist them. There, that's better. Okay, I'll pull it down a little bit. All right, so far so good. Lighting is so bright in here that it doesn't make sense that it isn't bright. But all right, so what else I have are some Easter eggs that I'm thinking I might just tuck in here. Blue one, maybe a purple one, like this. What do you think of the eggs? Yeah? Yay or nay? Love it? Okay, we're getting eggs. We're gonna do it. So, I'm gonna try something. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but I have some really stiffer wire. If I can put a bit of a hole through the egg and push it through. Oh yeah, that worked. These are just styrofoam eggs. I can wire them to the wreath. But I have to get these pretty straight. Get them in there. Let's see. Where'd it go? I know there's a hole somewhere. There it is. Yeah, it worked. Oh yeah. Okay. Find a spot where I can grab a branch and wire that to it. I was thinking about gluing these at first, and then I went, yeah, you know, I could change this for another season if it didn't have eggs on it permanently. So I'm liking the eggs. Let's do that again. So I'm just taking the wire and putting it through. I'm not putting it all the way through the middle, just like an inch. Cut a piece of this. Oh, I'm glad you guys like it. Thank you. Let's see, kind of want to have these going topsy-turvy, right? Let's see, there's one here I can grab. So in case you're wondering, I did get the eggs at the Dollar Tree today. They had quite a few. They had the usual, you know, plasticky ones, but I thought these were a little cuter. I feel like that should be over here or something, like in the blue one where it is. There we go, that's better. So I will be taking a picture of this upstairs tomorrow when we have some natural light, and you can see exactly what it looks like all finished. There's the hole. There we go. Glad I pierced them first. Place over here, maybe this guy, this one. So yeah, I'm thinking the other ones, we can do flip-flops, we can do sunflowers, we can do some cute things with that transfer that we started with, flip-flop flowers. And you guys can easily do this at home. Easily. And you can put whatever you want on your wreath. I just wanted little eggs. They had those big, you know, Easter egg hunt kinds at the store, but they were a little bit too gaudy for this. A little too playful for what I wanted them for. See the wires right here. I want to move that. Okay, whoop, 2 more eggs. There's the other one. Thought I lost one. Looks like I need to buy some more wire. So this is something I probably would not put outdoors. The basket, I'm not sure how that would hold up, first of all. Sorry about my head. And the sign, you definitely would want to seal that if you were putting it outside, but I'm not sure I'd put the tobacco basket outdoors at all. So if you are interested in these transfers, the surface, the paste, any of that stuff, there are instructions up in the description that tell you how to get the secret shopping link. And I'll be happy to send that to you if you like after I'm done with my live. Sorry, you guys are seeing the top of my head a lot while I'm doing this. It's a little thicker right here, I think. Let's find a nice leaf and wrap it around. It's not gonna work. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I like this wreath because it has a couple different kinds of leaves in it. Don't ask me what kind. I don't know. I just thought it was pretty. All right, there's our little spring wreath. I'm gonna move my camera so that you can see it a little better. Pull this back. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Hello, sorry about that. So here it is, all done. What do you think? I think it's kind of cute. Hi, Cindy. Oh, what happened here? It scrolled all the way back. There we go. You love it? I love it too. I think it's really cute. Gosh, when I get things in my head and it just comes out nice, it's always awesome. All right, well, I'm going to take a picture of this tomorrow and post it for you guys. And again, if you're interested in knowing exactly the transfers, the surfaces, even the paste colors, what I can do is I can throw them all into a secret shopping cart and send you the link. And when you get that link, it'll take you right to the ordering area. And if you already have some of the things that are on the list, so for example, if you already have the purple paste, just take it out and everything else will be right there that you need. So there it is. I hope you enjoyed. I will be live tomorrow night. Tomorrow's Tier Tray Tuesday. We're going to do some tier tray projects, and Wednesday is Wednesdays with Willow, and that will be at noonish, lunchtime. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you share with your friends, and if you have any questions, be sure to ask me in the comments, and I'll get right back to you, okay? Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for being with me, as always, and I'll see y'all soon. Thank you.